Hello everyone, it's Obsolete 2003 here from Odds and Ends Gaming, and I just wanted to kind of give you a little update in regards to Control regards to my playthrough with it so far. Just kind of give you an update with the controls, gameplay, um, skill trees. Just kind of give you an idea for anyone who's kind of on the fence in regards to Control or don't quite really know what it's about. You kind of want to know a little more information before making that investment of the purchase of this game, and that's kind of the whole point of this video, just to kind of offer you a little more insight in regards to this game. And to start off, I want to go ahead and see what we can do so I can kind of offer you some more insight. Okay, in this next part of the video, I'm going to kind of go over the different loadouts that you have, because in the game, it looks like you get what they call the grip. I won't go into the specifics on how you obtain this gun, but this is your basically your service pistol that you start off with. And as you progress the story, you will have the ability to make more customizations to that gun. And right now with my current build, I have the grip with one mod available. As you can see, there's also other slots where you can eventually unlock to add more mod slots to your weapon. The second one I have is spin, so you can only have two different variants at the same time, and I do have a third option at this time. It's called shatter. So the grip's kind of like your standard pistol. That's what that one is. Shatter is basically like a shotgun, up close and personal. As you can see, it kind of does a wide burst, and here's spin. So I'll go and start off with the grip. Okay, so here's the grip pistol. It's recharging. So as you can see, it is recharged. Now I can go again. And when I hit square, that's what changes your weapon model. So you can see how it changes right there. So the other one I have option right now is spin. This is kind of like a SMG layout. And as you can see, it's spinning right there. You hold down R2. As you can see, it kind of goes all over the place. So you kind of want to do short control first. As an important side note, if you switch between the loadouts, it does not recharge your ammo. You still have to wait for that cooldown. So as you can see here, and switching to the other one, it's still low ammo. So just want to keep that in the back of your mind, just to make sure that when you're in a firefight, if you're trying to switch between the two, that's kind of one thing you have to worry about, to make sure you don't blow through all your ammunition, try and switch to your next weapon. It's like, oh shit, I need to wait for my ammo to recharge. And the other option is shatter. Looks like a snub nose, but it's like a shotgun. When you pull it out, let's see. As you can see, that has not so many full bullets. So those are the different weapon types that I have unlocked right now. And depending on the mods you have, they can be specific to the weapon. Like right here, you see exclusive to shatter and exclusive to spin. So some of these weapons they do have specific mods. This one is damaged, as you can see in the blue font. So you have the option to equip it, or for kind of like the in-game, I guess, credits to unlock things at a later time. I can deconstruct this for 50 credits. And That's for the weapons. And then for personal mods, you have the same type of uh, loadout in regards to for your character in general. So this one's health recovery and element pickup, 20% up, energy recovery speed, 18%. So depending on your preference and what you want to kind of spec in, you can unlock these traits right there. Evade energy costs, minus 11%. So little different things right here that you have in your art in your loadouts. That way, again, to cater to your needs or your playstyle, you can be able to pick how you'd like to proceed. And then assets. This is what you will eventually use these different uh, resources to do different types of customizations to either your service pistol, different mods, different types of upgrades. This is what you will eventually collect throughout the game on various boxes. When you defeat certain enemies, they will drop these items which you'll use to be able to perform your upgrades. Initially, I thought there was something you had to read or just kind of clip art or whatnot, but this is actually what the different types of resources you need to make your upgrades. Clearance level, I currently have a level 2 clearance card. Throughout the facility there will be areas where you have to get access to proceed through certain corridors, doors, what have you. And right now I have a level 2 access key to get myself around the facility. The different missions, you do have different ways to accumulate the in-game points. Right now I have almost 6,000, and you complete these different ones, and that will help either get you a mod or get you some the in-game points. And here's the different missions, the missions I've completed, missions that are in progress. Collectibles, these are the different little things that you accumulate while you're playing the game. This random things, random notes, recordings, videos that you come across while you're playing the game, cutscenes, they will all store here that you can kind of look at your convenience to see what's going on. And I believe that will do it for this little part for the in-game menu. Again, by accessing this on the PS4, it's the little motion part in the middle of your controller. It brings you in, brings you out. So yes, that's this part right here. I picked up this game on the PS4, and so it's going to be referring to that type of controls in regards to the gameplay. And they got a regular third-person shooter. L2 is your aim, R2 is your fire. When you first start off the game, you don't quite have your telekinetic powers, but I've played a little bit over 5 hours into this game, so it's kind of developed the character a little bit. And one of the perks I got is Jessie has these telekinetic powers, and once you unlock that, pretty much anything you see that is a white outline, you can grab with your telekinetic powers, which is R1 in this game, just like so. And you can see where you can aim and throw it. It kind of has like a auto aim feature. Depending on the enemy, it'll kind of highlight it as long as you're not way off course or whatnot. So it has a pretty good range. You just want to be mindful too, like if the enemy's on that side of the barrier, it may or may not hit them because obviously it's gonna have to go through the barrier first. And let me see. So that's that right there real quick. Up on the D-pad is what brings up your map. There we go. So that kind of shows you in real time where you are, what's currently going on. Haven't quite have unlocked what L1 does just yet. Down on the D-pad changes your over-the-shoulder view, how you want to aim your weapon and your preference. In regards to the left or right on the D-pad, it hasn't quite been unlocked just yet. Pushing down on the left joystick, L3, is what makes you sprint. R3 is what makes you crouch, so that way you can kind of cover. They don't really do a whole lot of too much covering in this game, but the one thing you have to take into mind is if you are shooting or you're going to use your telekinetic powers, it does bring you out of cover. So you definitely want to be mindful of that if you're in a firefight. While you're crouching, you're exposed. And then once you are out of, when you're no longer aiming, you're exposed again. So you just kind of have to be mindful of your area and what's going on. Okay, and if you hit the middle button, the motion sensor part, that's what brings up your menu. I'll get back to this a little bit more. Triangle, this is your melee. So again, you won't get this quite just yet at the very beginning when you start off, but that's your melee for those up close and personal encounters that you have. And circle, that's where you are able to unlock this ability in the future. And that's, again, you can see there's the little bar up top that shows how much space you have left. And we'll get into any spoilers, but eventually that is something you will unlock. And X is your jump button. So, yes, these guys are coming back, so I think I'll leave this at a good stopping point right now. Alright, I guess this is a good time as any. So just gonna start a quick skirmish for you just to see what's going on and how to use your control and how to gameplay basically, so you can kind of get an idea what you can do. I'm using the PS4, so with R1 you can grab any items with your telekinetic abilities, and you can unleash them upon the enemy. And I'm running into a wall. As you can see in the center, there's a little charge meter. That's how often you can use the ability. Yeah, also have this melee attack. I'm switching my pistol to this is my regular. That was a quick, rough little crash course in regards to the shooting, the navigating the controls with regards to attacking various different enemies, and this kind of options you have with um, your melee, your telekinetic powers. Didn't really use too much, but you can do that dodge feature. When you're playing control, you're going to come across different areas that you have to kind of cleanse or to unlock. They're, I guess, designated safe rooms area where you can be safe as well as make different upgrades and modifications to your loadout. And it's always going to be the symbol, the emblem on the floor with this little lines going through it. Once you clear out all the bad guys, you'll simply hit square. I've unlocked quite a bit with how I've gone so far. And the first option is fast travel. So the different areas that once you unlock, you can just select the different spots and that'll allow you to fast travel. So that's that feature. Abilities, this is what allows you to upgrade. And this is kind of the different skill tree we have right now. This is what you currently start off with. It's health, energy, melee, and launch. So those are the different abilities that you have, or at least that I have at this time. As you can see, there's many more that have yet to be discovered, so I still have quite a bit to go. And the more skill points you acquire or you unlock, it requires a little bit more to unlock. For these up here is just one skill point, and for reference, on the top right you see a little kind of circle with the 2, so I have 2 skill points to unlock. And this first row is only 1, but then when you get down to here, these take 3. And to launch, this one only takes 2. So again, it's depending on your personal preference. Do you feel like you want to spec into health or energy? Melee, that's just like the hand-to-hand combat. Launch, that's when you're kind of leaping around, and there's energy. So just depending on what you want to spec into, that's what's going to cost a little bit more as you obviously progress down here. And there's milestones, so depending on how many more skills you unlock and progress with, it'll add an additional perks down there. So I unlocked the additional weapon form slot, so that's why I unlocked, I believe, when I did the first 4 up here. So now it looks like my next milestone is use 8 to unlock for an additional personal mod slot. So, but this is the skill tree so far, and again right here it says I don't have enough, but then if I wanted to, I would just push and hold this one and that would unlock it for me. Astral constructs. So this is here where you do your modding for either yourself or your weapon. So right now it says I have insufficient material, but I can upgrade the grip had I have enough resource points. And as you can see, I'm a little short on different resources that I would have to be able to make this upgrade. And so in regards to source, I'm a little bit low on cash, and ritual impulse, I have 11 of 15, so I can't do this one quite yet. And this under weapon forms, that's where I did make my other 2 weapons with regards to the shotgun type and the SMG. It'll pop up here. Right now there's no other upgrades available. Mods. So here it kind of pops up on different random mods you can try and purchase depending on what's available, and here it kind of gives you a breakdown of what you need currency wise to unlock this ability. So then you can try and upgrade to get a little bit more higher tier mods. As you can see, I'm currently at level 1, so I need to upgrade this at some point, obviously, so I can get some better gear mods for my loadouts. And then if you wanted to, you can just kind of change it up a little bit here with refresh mods, so that way you can kind of hit shuffle and get some more options. Board countermeasures. So here, when you complete the certain side missions, they're kind of like quests to kind of. This is where you collect the rewards to be able to get either the different mods or the different abilities so that way you can progress and just kind of be a little more to your arsenal and your back pocket with different ways to. Here in board countermeasures, this is where you have the option to collect kind of like bounties in different games or side quests, depending on what the task is. Once you complete it, you go here and you'll be able to collect the different mods. And for this one, it's those kill enemies with a service weapon, any model. So whether it's the handle or grip, I should say, grip, or the shotgun one, or the SMG. This is where you do those little side quests and to unlock the different mods after completing those. And outfits, when I first started the game, I had the civilian outfit, which is this one. I can't rotate her, but this is what I started with in game. But when I bought the game for my PlayStation, it did come with a code, and for that code, it was for the different outfit you're seeing, and it was for the rare service weapon mod, rare player mod, astro dive suit, the explorer theme, the black quarry theme. So, but I was curious about the astro dive suit, so I just kind of went with this one for now to see what it was like. And it's obviously, from what you can see, it's fairly different from civilian. And in this specific room that I'm in right now, it's a safe zone where I cannot do any special functions. I can zoom in like if I was going to shoot, but I cannot do my telekinetic powers or anything like that. Thanks for tuning in to checking out my informative video about the video game Control. I hope it was able to offer you a little bit more insight in regards to the gameplay, play style, skills, abilities, what have you, to kind of give you a more in-depth look on it in regards to whether or not it's a game you may play. I played about a little over 5 hours into this game, and I'm really liking it. I'm definitely going to play this game all the way through and see it till the end. Picked it up for the PS4. It was full price, $59.99, and I'm enjoying this game so far. So hopefully my video is able to help you decide whether or not you want to pick it up. If you like what you saw in regards to the content, feel free to leave a comment for any feedback, whether you liked it or not. That way you can always improve our future videos. And this is Obsolete 2003 with Odds and Ends Gaming. Thank you for taking the time to check out our video, and stay tuned for more content from our channel. Also, be sure to settle down.